can you please explain to us the philosophy behind Haute Cabriere in your own words?
Well, the philosophy from day one has always been about terroir. And the most important thing for terroir is sun, soil, vine, man. And yeah, we live by it. I mean, our vineyards, the quality of the grapes, the wine that we produce, all comes from that. We love and live wine, and we respect where it comes from. And if you don't have the right amount of sunlight or the right cultivar in that spot, because depending on what you're growing, I mean, Chardonnay and white grape varieties, you don't want to have too much sun. You want to allow them to ripen slowly, not too much heat. Pinot Noirs, you might want a little bit, but not too much. So it's an art exactly where you're placing it, and then the soil itself contributes to the structure, the wine, the background of the wine, and then cultivars, and then the cellar masters who see the full potential, or respect the potential that's coming from those vineyards, to make sure that he's there at 6 o'clock in the morning, to make sure that that wine has fermented through. The responsibility, it's like a parent giving birth to a child, making sure that it evolves, it's educated, and contributes to the world. That's our philosophy, sun, soil, vine, man. So it's a huge responsibility, making those clear decisions in the beginning.
Big weight on your shoulders.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it.
And recently, we've heard that your dad has just won an award. Please do tell us about that.
Well, my father just recently won the award for being a huge stepping stone and contributed to MCC of South Africa. Now, he was the second cellar master to produce Haute Classic in South Africa, but he was the one that saw full potential and, like our philosophy, realized the responsibility of, if we want to produce this in South Africa, if we would like to respect the French, we have to do it properly. So he was the first to achieve just plant Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, Chardonnay elegance, Pinot Noir power, and through that the whole industry has evolved and made rules stricter, because in the past, quite classically, South African farms have got more than one grape variety and they try and keep people happy. We have made a firm decision with Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, our grape varieties, and we'll never change that. So we focus on those and produce these amazing wines. So, for being quite a crazy individual and an icon, finally that everyone kind of voted that we have to give this guy some credit, because he's definitely an individual, and but he's kept wine alive in South Africa and motivated a lot of people. Once said, you may know him or you may criticize him, but you definitely, what's the word I'm looking for? You can't ignore him.
He's too big a character.
No. Life and somehow. We keep him locked up these days, and when you sign a few documents, you can have him for a day or two. But at your own risk.
Okay. Okay, now I'm going to ask you a very difficult question,
Yeah.
because there are so many amazing MCCs and still wines from Haute Cabriere. But if you had to choose one for your drinking pleasure in summer, what would it be and why?
Well, my favorite, and what I really enjoyed, because it is really so special and so real to Haute Cabriere, because we discovered this wine through an opportunity. Well, we is a big word, actually my father did, because we had a very early vintage and we couldn't pick fast enough. Now, if you're producing a Method Classic, 10.5% potential alcohol is where you're going for. This is the second fermentation, you'll get 12.5. We already had 12.5. But being a skilled blender, he saw the potential of this wine to contribute to South Africa. We needed something different. We needed an identity. I mean, the whole world is full of Sauvignon Blanc, Chenin Blancs, Pinot Noirs, Bordeaux blends, but a wine that really was created solely for South Africans, in the sense that our terroir, 38 degrees, 48 degrees, this is a 12.5 volume wine. It's got immense flavor. It brings so many people and so many cultures together because it's so versatile with so many foods. It's an absolute pleasure to drink. I mean, I don't really have to promote this because a lot of people love it. But I really find Haute Cabriere Chardonnay Pinot Noir to be a true special wine, especially for South Africans. You can come in here, fly in here, and you sit down and say, what can I drink? Or the first glass will be a Chardonnay Pinot Noir, because it's real, it's magic. So that's the wine of choice. I love it. There's such great potential. I mean, my father created this wine, and for me, the greatest pleasure is taking this forward. A lot of people say, are you going to change anything? I said, I'm never going to change. My parents created a diamond, I'm here to polish it. So if I can take this wine to new heights or new levels, I will. Not by changing the recipe, but being aware of Sun Soul Wine Man. It's taking it to the new limit. And it's a beautiful wine, man. Length of flavor, the versatility. Try anything to try and compete with this wine, and you won't find it.
Good, I'm going to hold you to that.
Wonderful.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Cheers.